So today's Chiefs news is Xavier Williams is back on the active roster and Spencer Ware is headed to IR.
Not exactly the move that we were expecting, but we talked about it last week, thought it was an option. So today the Chiefs on Christmas Day made a move, and it's unfortunate for Spencer Ware, who I have to admit looked spry when he first returned to the team, but definitely seemed to be wearing down physically. I don't know if it's a specific injury or if it's just a general fatigue.
It's a specific injury. He tore his rotator cuff.
Oh, I hadn't seen that. It is Christmas. I'm cooking a bird and all that kind of stuff, so I'm behind a little bit. But that's unfortunate because he came off the street and helped his team out. And I thought he gave him some valuable snaps, particularly in pass protection. Yeah,
and that's the big thing, and then that's definitely where Kansas City is going to miss him is in pass protection. I have to wonder if their move is going to mean that Anthony Sherman is going to play more and maybe become more of a third down back type role, and give away that you're going to be throwing the ball with him in there because you're not really going to hand off to him very often.
True. Yeah, I doubt that his carries go up, but I hope that you're right and that his snaps go up. If nothing else, I'd like to see him as a decoy. We know that he can run patterns, so he does give you that. But I also think that it's coupled with the fact that what Damian did in his return looked pretty good. I felt like maybe more so than any other game that we've seen this season, Damian Williams came to play. He put forth some energy and some effort, and I think that really sealed the deal.
He definitely did, and we'll get to that when we actually go into a little bit more talk about the offense. I do want to kind of focus on Xavier Williams for a minute because to me, this move really is something that could really help Kansas City in the playoffs. I'm not going to say he's phenomenal against the run, but they're going to need people against the run in the playoffs, and he is going to be somebody that I think they're going to be able to use a lot of.
Yeah, and it's got to be a mix going through a little bit of everything. I don't expect there to be less Darwin Thompson. I think they've seen enough that they want to continue to get him snaps. And it's got to maintain a well-rounded offense, especially if they're going to protect a lead, which I think for the first time against the Bears, we saw Andy do maybe more out of respect for Matt Nagy than other opponents, but it certainly brought some balance to the Chiefs' force.
And Ryan thought I was talking about Damian Williams, and that's fine. I was talking on the defensive line. I think that in the defensive running game, I think that that's going to be a big thing for Xavier Williams.
Yeah. Okay, so let me recap that. On the other side of the ball, sorry, folks, I literally just finished Christmas dinner, and I'm trying to be here, and I have kids running in the room. It's crazy over here. But you're absolutely right. The rotation that he brings in allowing them to get rest for Saunders, for Noddy, for Jones in that particular role, I think that is crucial. And I think that before this season, you would have thought that Xavier Williams was the guy they had to have. I think Mike Pennell has probably replaced that, just given how well they're able to defend the run when he is on the field. But giving those guys rest, if nothing else, is something that Xavier Williams can do very well.
Absolutely. And I think the bigger thing is you start looking ahead, and I hate doing that a little bit. I know we need to focus on the Chargers this week, but if you start looking ahead at who they're going to face in the playoffs, if they face the Tennessee Titans, that's a huge thing to have a guy like Xavier Williams to be able to have another guy that can rotate in there and give you those good snaps. Maybe you go light at defensive end at that point, knowing Chris Jones can go outside and give you a couple of snaps there, and you go heavy at defensive tackle because you know you're going to be dealing with Derrick Henry. And I don't think it's going to be as big of a deal if they play the Patriots, but it's definitely going to be a big deal against the Ravens.
For sure. I think two of those three teams, it has to be a big deal. It is paramount to stop them first. Even if you're talking about the Ravens who have Lamar, who's going to break the pocket and run outside. But we saw what happened in the first meeting when they were allowed Ingram to run down their throats, and that cannot happen. If this team wants to move past and actually surpass what they did last season, it's imperative that they be able to stop the run between the tackles.
Absolutely. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about the Chiefs offense, but that is your Google News story of the day.
And I just want to add one more thing before we go to break. For all of you around the world, if you're deployed somewhere, if you're not with your family tonight, we hope that you had a good holiday at home or in your family at home. And we enjoy the fact that you might be listening to us today. We thank you for that. And we hope that a little bit of Chiefs news wherever you are helps you get through. So here's to a happy holiday season that will continue